Hello everyone, welcome to Ophthalmology on the Go. Today I would like to discuss something for the first year ophthalmology residents who have just joined into ophthalmology, who are just babies in the world of ophthalmology. The first thing is I'd like to congratulate all of you who are going to be now budding and growing and amazing ophthalmologists who have entered into first year. I would like you all to take a moment and just pat yourselves on the back for all the amounts of hard work that you've done, the time that you've put in, the amount of rigorous studying, and all the efforts that have come true. And you're here in your institute, starting residency and in ophthalmology. And it's amazing if ophthalmology was your first choice and it's your dream branch. And if not, if it was not your choice, I would like to tell you that ophthalmology is not a bad residency to be in, actually. It's quite a good residency option to take up. We'll just discuss a few things that you need to, few aims that you need to have throughout your residency, ophthalmology residency. And yeah, I hope it makes these points make your journey into ophthalmology residency a little bit easier and a little bit more focused. So the three important aims that you need to have in your ophthalmology residency is to hone your clinical skills, your surgical skills, and make sure you have publications. So in your clinical skills, you need to be very observant in your OPD setups if you're posted with your senior or your consultant. In the OPD, you need to look at the working of how to handle a slit lamp, what are the various illuminations, the various filters, where do we use them, how do we use them, all the illumination techniques in a slit lamp that are available. How do we use a 90D lens? How do we use the indirect ophthalmoscopy, the 20 diopter lens, and what are the other methods of examination in the indirect ophthalmoscopy, like scleral depression? And in terms of your slit lamp procedures, you can hone gonioscopy skills, and Goldman's inclination tonometry. And the most important is how to take the vision of the patient, how to do the diffraction for the patient, and how to take the NCT for your patient. These are skills that you need to start, and I would recommend that you start out first from your vision taking, your refraction skills, your gonioscopy skills, and the most important, your slit lamp assessment. And just go and read up on the illumination methods in a slit lamp that are used. And then you can progress to using the 90 diopter lens. And after that, you can progress to using the indirect ophthalmoscopy and the 20 diopter lenses. And the last comes the scleral depression. You can start doing gonio when you start doing a Goldman's inclination tonometry. That is for your OPD skills. And one very basic and just very still very basic and important thing is that um, make sure you are observant. You observe every movement. You observe how far you keep the lens from the eye of the patient. How far is your slit lamp observer lens from the lens that you're holding in your hand, and what techniques your senior or your consultant is using to observe a specific thing, right? So these are things that you would do and learn through the clinical skills. The next comes honing your surgical skills. In ophthalmology, it is microsurgery that you look at, that you do, that you hone. So very important for your hand-eye coordination, and that can only be achieved when you practice it. So a simple way to practice to initially start building that hand-eye coordination even before you get into the OTs is you look at the slit lamp, you see through the slit lamp, and if there is a patient of corneal foreign body that has come, then I would advise that go ahead and take the initiative under your consultant or your seniors and ask them if you can remove those foreign bodies. So this will actually help you to use your hand-eye coordination and make sure that your hand is stabilized enough. You know how much to move your hand, in which direction to move your hand, how much of a micro movement is required, and all of this feedback that you're getting is from your observing through the slit lamp examination. So I would recommend that you start doing that on in your first few months before you get into the OT to build a hand-eye coordination. And if there is a facility of a wet lab at your institute, then I would suggest that in the wet lab start doing suturing under your microscopes, suturing on a foam material or a thermocol or whatever you get or whatever you're comfortable, right? So these are things that will help you to build your hand-eye coordination in the initial few months and help you get a little ahead of the crowd. The most important surgeries that we learn in ophthalmology are the cataract surgeries, which is small incision cataract surgery, which is SICS, and phaco emulsification. This is something that every resident does and learns throughout his residency. Other few that can keep in mind are maybe pterygium surgeries, chalazion, DCR, DCT surgeries, maybe C3Rs, right, and a lot of others that you will get depending on what institute you are in, how your consultants are, etc. But again, even here in your surgical skills, very important is to observe how your consultant's hands are moving, observe through a microscope, right? Observe through the teaching microscope when your senior is operating on a patient, whichever surgery it is, observe through a microscope. Observe from outside the microscope the micro hand movements that are present in every step of the surgery. Observe how they are holding the instruments, right? How they are holding the instruments, the hand movements, observe the microscope through the microscope. And another important thing is the mindset of a surgeon when he's operating, and I think that naturally just imbibes into you. But it is very important to maintain a calm demeanor when you're operating, a calm, poised demeanor, so that you can make the correct decisions when you are faced at a crossroads in your surgical um, path. Yes. And the last one is your publications. Publications is something that will depend on what institute you are in, and if you have a good research background at your institute, I would recommend that in publications you at least publish some case reports or some photo essays at a good reputed journal. Most commonly is the Indian Journal of Ophthalmology (IJO), and these are a few case reports and few photo essays that I had published during my residency. Even better are review articles or some actual research. Your thesis is something that you can publish later on, right? For publications, make sure you talk to figure out a person in your institute or hospital who is into research work, who has published and um, written these things. Ask them if you can help them with something. You can help them in writing or editing or something. Okay, so that you learn the art of publishing, the art of writing a scientific article or a scientific piece, right? And you'll be able to learn how to get through to the publication, because it's not an easy process. It takes a lot of um, honing your skills, the publications, and it's good to have publications. They say at least 10 at the end of your residency, including the case reports, photo essays, and whatever. um, and yeah, even if it is less than 10, then actually it's good. 10 or anything less than 10 is fine. I feel you're a good place, you're in a good place then. So yeah, so basically I would like to congratulate you all again and say that these are the three goals that you should keep in mind when you're entering into your residency: to hone your clinical skills, your surgical skills, and your publications. And just remember that all of these things will not be in the same level of equilibrium at every stage of your residency. At some point, you might have amazing clinical skills, but maybe zero surgical skills or zero publications. But don't get disheartened, don't feel sad about it. um, just make sure that you have registered that this is the current scenario that I am in, and make sure you take measures to get over it. So if you're not doing as much great in your surgical skills than that you had decided, then talk to somebody, talk to a senior, talk to a consultant, talk to a friend from another institute or college who's doing ophthalmology there. How you can improve. Watch a few YouTube videos and read through books if there is any uh, extra information or knowledge that you can get that will help you push yourself through to get better at your surgical skills. And even publications, talk to people. And one important thing is conferences. Conferences is like an extra thing. It is important to build your networking and make your presence felt in the ophthalmology world. As residents, we are just babies in the world of ophthalmology, but when you start getting some recognition through conferences or publications, then you start to feel a little more motivated to do better, to push yourself a little more. It's basically people acknowledging you for all the efforts that you've put in through your residency or just you being an ophthalmologist. So yeah, I think conferences help you get the accolades and boost your confidence. So I think conferences are also a good thing to attend, and you should try and attend and participate in all the conferences that you attend. Just don't go and attend conferences for the sake of it. Make sure you have something to present, some poster, some paper, or just participate in an just any event at the conference. AIOS has a lot of events for yeah, All India Ophthalmology conferences that happen midterm and yearly conferences. They have a lot of options for the residents to participate, quizzes and events like the Teachers of Tomorrow event. Like make sure you push yourself a little out of your comfort zone and participate in all of these things because it is just going to help you grow. So I think yeah, that's why the conferences are quite important. They have um, helped me evolve and push myself out of the comfort zone and look at myself as a uh, better, grown, evolved ophthalmologist, I feel. So, yeah, so these are the three things to keep in mind, and keep in your mind that these are the three aims for ophthalmology residency. And yeah, I wish you all the best, and take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, physical health, and yeah, and just love yourself. Bye bye.